And we're back.
Hi, I'm Omari, and we're here with the Chicago A.B.A.T.E guys tonight. Haven't been in the sun for a while, so you'll have to excuse my lightness. Anyways, here's what we're here to do tonight. We're here to make fun of Omari because he's a chocolate hoarder. He hoards chocolate from his co-workers. So if you guys are watching this in the lobby, hit him up for some chocolate.
I shared it with 2 people.
Only 2?
Yep.
Thank you, Omari. Hey, so tonight, this is Pat Jones and Dan Harper. Dan Harper is here to debunk all kinds of stuff and talk about stuff and legislative stuff and stuff. So,
No, I'm PR, right?
yeah, well, you're the PR guy, but you're being Mr. White Sox Kevin tonight.
Oh, we had to, by the way, our guest last week, thanks to Josh
Ski, yes.
for coming out. He's doing a very good job as the state legislative coordinator.
And who said he would?
We did.
We did, of course.
Basically, though, we did have to teach him a little something about Chicago politics.
Yes, but he did get an update.
Okay.
You keep going, and I'll see what
Okay.
he said.
And basically, you know, he was trying to get in to see Alderman Burke, and he had Alderman Burke's brother, State Representative Dan Burke, try and call him, and he told us that the alderman wasn't even calling his brother back. But then again, his brother did lose his primary, so Representative Burke, who's actually been a good friend of ours with A.B.A.T.E, will be out of office for the next legislative session, which starts next January. Getting to that, since we want to talk about politics, the big winner in Cook County was, now some people may think it was Tony Preckwinkle because of getting rid of Richard Boykin and John Fritchie. No, the biggest winner and up-and-comer is probably Chuy Garcia, who became a congressman.
Good friend to A.B.A.T.E.
Good friend to A.B.A.T.E. What happened was in the 4th Congressional District, which is what he'll be representing, we'll go here on the web, as you can see, is a horseshoe district covering the Pilsen, Humboldt, and then up here Humboldt Park area of the city. And this was gerrymandered. It was created basically so they would have Hispanic representation in Congress from the city of Chicago, because neither the south side of the city Hispanic population or the north side Hispanic population, they believed, which would not be a big enough voting bloc to get a Hispanic into Congress by themselves. So instead of trying to have 2 Hispanic districts, they compromised and made 1. This all goes back to the time of the HDO, the Hispanic Democratic Organization, that was created by Richard M. Daley to get mostly Hispanic votes to keep him in office. Very effective political machine. The thing is, Chuy Garcia was not part of that machine. And
Chuy's his own machine.
he's
You
his
know
own
that, right?
machine, right? And that's where I'm getting to about Dan Burke. It was a Chuy Garcia candidate that beat Representative Dan Burke. You have this big powerhouse state senator, Marty Sandoval, on the west side.
Good friend of A.B.A.T.E.
A good friend of A.B.A.T.E, whose daughter was running for Cook County Board.
Did she run
It
for?
was Cook County Board.
Okay.
Angela Sandoval. And she got beat by a Chuy. Actually, I think she might have been running for Chuy's County Board seat.
Yeah, I don't remember who was running for it.
So she got beat. So, in the last couple days, Alderman Zalewski is retiring, and the mayor's
I helped with his original campaign.
is going to turn around and appoint someone there. So we're still kind of waiting to see what's going to go on there. But basically, like I said, Chewy has taken pot shots at the old Hispanic Democratic Organization, who's now become the mainstream Democratic organization, and fought and actually defeated probably the number one member that was a member of the HDO, Joe Barrios, who was chairman of the Cook County
Bad
Democratic
beat.
Party.
He got a bad
And he
beat.
got a bad beating. And so,
Big Eddie's checking in. River Grove checking in
Okay.
tonight.
so that's, like I said, Chuy Garcia with his congressional district here is now the main, with Rahm Emanuel, is the main player in Chicago politics. The mayor, what happened with the mayor is the mayor, by Chuy taking that congressional seat, stops Chuy from running against him,
Right. But
possibly beating him this time.
that and Chewy, he's not Rahm's best buddy.
No,
We know that for a fact. And he's not going to be sitting there taking orders from Rahm. That I can guarantee you. So, Mayor, you got your hands full.
yes,
This is in from Ski. So,
okay,
it says, for your information, Burke's office asked for the definition of motorcycle gear to exclude from body armor. I gave them any item manufactured as advertised and sold as motorcycle protective gear. Let's see if they go with it.
right,
So,
right.
that was right from the Alderman's office, so
Right.
it's a start.
And well, again,
Thank you, Ski.
last year I testified before the city council and the committees and that, talking about the autonomous cars. So, and that was Alderman Burke also, Alderman Burke and Alderman Beal. And I thank them for having A.B.A.T.E represented there. And they had all these people from all, outside of Illinois, outside of Cook County, outside of everything else. And I mean, I started mine off by being a lifelong resident of the city of Chicago, and got quizzed about neighborhoods and stuff. And
Were they surprised that you actually knew stuff
yeah,
and stuff?
so, and kind of knew people. But we don't know anybody.
Exactly. So, we got to find out when Chewy's going to be having a party because we are going to hit his party.
Yeah,
So we will go to that.
FedPAC will send people to that.
Last night, Rick went to Omar Aquino's dinner
Right,
or reception, whatever have you, and I believe he took Emily with him. I'm not sure.
okay.
So waiting to get an update from him. Oh, by the way, Sam and Oscar, we said we'd say hi to you guys tonight. So not you, Oscar. Oscar and Sam. Remember? Yeah. Remember when I go like this, you cut the phone off of whoever's calling us. So if you want to call in tonight, it's Chicago Bates. We have our hotline going at 312-738-1060, or you could text me. You have my number. If you don't have my number, go to a bathroom. You'll find it in there somewhere, I'm sure.
And by the way, just for anybody wondering about this part here in the middle,
Yes.
that's Danny Davis's congressional district.
Okay.
So that's how they kind of gerrymander it, and he's got all this downtown stuff. So it's kind of interesting how you can gerrymander districts,
Well,
which,
here, let's explain it like this. So, you've got a mayor and you've got a committee, and they decide on the districts, right? So when they want to knock out a Nick Spazzato, for instance, they redistrict the ward. Now his house is cut out of the ward. So now Nick is screwed,
right,
for lack of a better word. Now he's in the 38 ward? Yeah, 38th.
yeah,
So now Nick has to run on the 38th, and he actually wins because he has firemen behind him. Go
Yeah.
put the caller through, Oscar.
The same lady from last week, the one that said, "Can you hear me?"
Oh, tell her no, we heard her last week. So, I love you, babe, but you know what? I got these big things on the screen. Fix them phones. Have that Miguel guy fix the phones. What's wrong with him? No. So, anyway. Should have happened to Bob Migelski. That's how they screwed him. He was a state representative one of the very
Where's
first.
our key to get that off?
No, that's Oscar's got to take it
Oh,
off.
Oscar's got to take it off.
So when they wanted to screw Bob Bogelski, the very first state rep that would ever talk to A.B.A.T.E,
Yes.
the very first, when they wanted to get rid of him, they redistricted him. Jim DeLeo did pretty good, but as a senator, but in the same swipe at everybody, we lost a state rep
Right.
who was a great guy, and he's fun to drink with, and he's fun to party with, and a lot of the state reps didn't like him because he talked to motorcycle people.
Right.
This is the 80s now we're talking about.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of good friends. We still have a lot of good friends. Bob's still alive, by the way. We could call him.
That's nice to know.
Okay.
Did he renew his membership?
No, we comped his membership.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now that's the 4th district. Did we win anything else?
Nah,
Anybody decent?
that's kind of basically State Senator Ira Silverstein.
Nah, he's out.
Big proponent of helmet laws. He lost.
He's a crotch grabber. He's out.
Yeah.
Did he actually grab a crotch or did he grope a crotch? I mean, there's a difference. I've
And-
done some grabbing and groping in my day, and I gotta tell you, there's a difference there.
Oh, and I did hear that. God, what's
Ira, shame on you.
Alana Hamilton, or whatever, the one that with Madigan expanded her federal lawsuit. The one. That,
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She had a sexual harassment lawsuit, and
Against Alderman Quinn's brother. I think it's Marty Quinn.
Marty Quinn.
Yeah, but she expanded it to not only Madigan's ward organization, the Illinois Democratic Party, and a bunch of campaign funds.
Now, how old is Mike Madigan?
Good question.
Hey Siri, how old is Mike Madigan?
Michael Madigan is 75.
Okay.
All right, she knows everything because Siri is from Chicago. Okay, so Mike Madigan's 75 years old.
Yes.
Do you, at 75 years old, we've done a lot of stuff. Do you want to sit behind a desk just because you're the guy with the gavel? Do you? You got Dianne Feinstein.
And no offense, Mike. He doesn't sit behind that desk very often.
I know, but I
He's
raided
in the
his
back-
office.
He's in the back room making deals.
Right. Have you ever been in his office? With that
And-
big meeting table he's got, and the Michael Jordan jerseys and football and baseballs and
And-
hockey stuff and everything in his office?
And we'll take a swipe at Senate President John Cullerton, because usually he's not in there either. They have, if you ever watch the live feeds from the Capitol, they have the majority leader, or they have the assistant majority leaders and stuff taking turns. And that's the same thing that happens in the U.S. Congress in Washington, D.C. You don't see the you see the Speaker of the House,
That's Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan.
Correct.
When
We know a little bit about politics. We pay attention.
when there's a, I don't want to say photo op, but that's
Right.
basically it. If you watch streaming video of that, then you're
But
you
regardless,
don't see him. Yeah.
75 years old. Go sit on a porch and rock and have a beer or something. Or, Mike, I know you like Sabatino's. Go to Sabatino's every night for dinner. Forget about Springfield. You know,
Well, in Springfield, he goes to Saputo's. Not as
I
good as
tried it.
not
I
as good
did
as
not like
Sabatino's.
it. I hated that food. It was not Italian food. It tasted like Springfield.
It was Italian food for Springfield.
Right, it tasted like Springfield. So, what I'm getting at is, you're 75 years old. You're the Speaker of the House. That's fine. Dianne Feinstein, what is she? Does she do anything anymore?
Nah.
She's like 80.
You're
And-
thinking of Nancy
Oh, I'm sorry,
Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi. Prune-faced Pelosi, we call her. So, why? What turned me off about her, I actually liked her in the beginning. And they're doing this Obamacare thing, and I know we're getting off subject of motorcycling, but it still affects motorcycles. She's doing a press conference. She's got this big-ass book. This is the new Obamacare Act. And I forget what channel it was. It was probably Channel 7. Asked her straight out, they asked her, did you read this before you voted on it? And she says, well, no, you'd have to read it for yourself. And he asked her again, he goes, how can you want to pass something that you didn't read in its entirety? And she said, well, you'll just have to read it for yourself. Really? I liked her up to that point. What kind of answer is that? No, I didn't read it, but yeah, well, let's vote for it. How do you know what's in there, you know? So they could have put age restrictions in there.
Are
You can't.
Are you
Yes, sir?
kidding me? They don't have they don't have a legislative day flyer.
We have one. Oscar's got it.
Yeah,
Oscar, put it up on the big screen. He don't know how to do that.
no.
Well, just
So
do the
let's
technical
talk about
difficulties.
some important.
Bring it in. Wait, we're gonna have a guest now.
Okay.
Let's
We,
see.
we scared him. He ain't coming in.
Just a messenger.
Wait, get over here. Come here, come here. Come on, jump in between us.
Okay. Zoom 4.
Whoa. Yeah, why don't you hit overhead first?
Yeah, hit
Oh,
overhead
Jesus
first.
Christ. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you might want to zoom out on that.
Not
All
that
right.
far.
He's learning, folks. Oh, Jesus.
Really?
Yes.
Anyway,
Zoom it out one. That's why we don't let him sit on that side often. They can read this.
okay. I can't.
Okay, A.B.A.T.E of Illinois, Legislative Day 2018, Rally for Motorcycle Rights, Wednesday, April 25th, 2018, 8 a.m., State House Inn, Springfield, Illinois. What we'll do is we'll meet there, we'll have coffee, relax a little bit, probably some nasty donuts.
8 a.m.
Then we'll go over to, unless they give our packets there, we'll go over to the Capitol, we'll all march over, and we'll run into the I-Gold and the Tavern Owners. So
Maybe.
it's Tavern Owners Association Day. And we get our packets, and then we'll just start hitting offices. And by the time we're done, we'll be so beat, it'll be ridiculous. And then it's back to the State House afterwards.
Yes, for a reception on A.B.A.T.E time.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
But it is, if you've never been down there to do it, come on down, come with us. Come to our meeting next week. When's our meeting, the 18th?
I believe so.
Okay, on the 18th is our meeting at the brewery. You want to put that up? So come on out to the brewery that night.
Put us up.
Meet. Yeah, how you doing? We're
There we
back.
go. We're back.
Okay, come out to the brewery that night. Meet with us. You'll find out everything that's going on. If you go there and say you're from Harwood Heights, we'll make sure that you're able to talk to your senator and state rep from your area, which
Right.
probably covers into Chicago too. No matter where you're at, you come out and help us. It's a great time. Oscar says he can't go, prior commitments, so we won't have our man on the street that night.
I don't know. What's more important?
I know. I thought Oscar was more dedicated to the motorcycling community, but look at me. He's got his head down. Hang your head. Uh-oh. Danny says, and you'll be looking for the sombrero. Oh, yeah. Remember the sombrero
Oh,
episode?
yes.
I took a sombrero. It was hanging up, and Jimbo took a picture of me walking around with it. And then I almost got caught by the guy whose sombrero it was. Anyways, it is a good time. If you've never been there, you got to go there with him. And I'll tell you why. Because he will drag your ass till your feet bleed, but you won't be in front of people. You'll be going through back doors, back stairways, around chambers, places that normal people don't know that are there. You know, they go, say they send them to the basement for the state reps or the state senate. Who's in the basement? The senators?
Nobody.
Or okay, the first floor, whatever it is.
First.
Anyways, you'll go there and, I mean, you'll see all the offices, find the name you want to go to, but then there's the upstairs back passageways that somebody knows how to get through all of them. He knows what offices to go in to smoke the cigars, but Skippy's not there no more. Skip Saviano, we smoked cigars in his office when he was a state rep. I confess. I gotta confess.
I can. Statute of limitations is out too, because we lost State Senator Donnie Trotter.
That's right.
That was my other go-to cigar
Now wait,
place.
now see, Donnie Trotter,
Yes.
he was never, ever, I want to straighten this out right now, he was never against A.B.A.T.E.
No.
He never was. All he wanted to do was make things safe, but he went about it the wrong way.
You know what? We got to get him on the show.
He ought to get a vest, is what he ought to get.
Yeah.
So we got to talk to Ski. Get Ski on. Oscar, get Ski on the phone. He don't know how to do that, does
No.
he? You think he's available? Tell them a little more about legislative day.
So-
Oh, we have no gimmies, nothing to give out that
No.
day. Okay, let's see what I can
No,
find.
so basically what you have is a packet with our talking points to talk to the senator or representative they happen to be going to. You can actually like sit in the gallery and kind of watch them actually try and do business. Might be budget negotiations going on. That's always fun. And then what happens is there's basically two buildings. There's the Capitol building where all the senators have their offices and some certain representatives have their offices. Then what happens is there's the House office building where you go down through the tunnels so you don't have to go through security. If you are going, please leave all your guns, knives, nuclear bombs at home because you will have to go through metal detectors. Even if you are a police officer, your gun will have to get checked
You
in
mean
the
like
basement,
Fat Danny?
in the basement of the Capitol building. So,
Okay, I went right to Ski's voicemail. We'll talk to him. We'll try to get him up here again one night.
so anyway, so that's basically kind of what you'd be doing. Like I said, then you come back and we do a cocktail party reception for all the senators, representatives, all the statewide officials, governor, comptroller, treasurer.
Plus,
Secretary of
remember
State.
Judy?
Yes.
We had Judy on the raffle bike. We were all taking pictures with her, and that's when Brady was running.
Yeah.
What was Brady running for that time?
Governor.
Brady was running for governor. They all came out. A lot of politicians come to this thing, and if you want to meet them, come down there with us.
Yeah.
We got Judy Barr on the motorcycle.
Got Judy Barr on the phone?
I hope not,
That's a question about a rally or something.
because that's long distance if it's Judy. Put it through.
Okay. Where's the dump key?
There is no.
Uh,
You got to go like this.
pay
Oscar.
attention.
How you guys doing?
How you doing?
All right. Where's this motorcycle rally going to be?
Well, it's not actually a motorcycle rally. It's actually at the Capitol in Springfield. So, I mean, you can ride your motorcycle there. You're more than welcome. But
Right.
basically, we kind of, go around talking to all the politicians.
Right. Do you guys accept the Freemasons coming?
Sometimes we
Sometimes.
do.
Now, if you do want to ride your motorcycle with us, on the ride the governor's been known to show up on, is the Dave Dog Killer White Awareness Run,
Right.
which is,
I belong to the Freemasons. Are we welcomed or to
Oh,
come
yeah.
to this? Okay. Maybe we'll see you guys up there. Maybe we could do a good fundraiser.
okay.
Well, April 29th, show up at the brewery at 8 o'clock.
All right. I see a lot of guys wearing the Freemason sign. You guys have a good evening.
White Sox.
White Sox.
White Sox, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Bridgeport, best place in town.
When I do this, hang up.
Anyway,
I'm trying to get a subtle signal.
I know, I'm like,
Hey, thanks for calling in, though.
Yeah, thanks for
really
calling in,
appreciate that. And
Well,
like I said,
because we've only got like 5 minutes
Right.
left, and we've got a couple things we have to do.
yeah,
April 29th.
our awareness run. That's
Is-
a Dave Dog Killer
Yes,
White Awareness
I
Run.
won't be there.
Excuses.
Yep.
Excuses. There's.
It's only my wife's birthday.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's going to ride everybody around then?
You are.
No, you got Andy. I thought
You
he was
got
your
the vice
sister.
president.
Scraps.
Vice president. Hey, the vice president's led it how many years?
Well, yeah, that's only because you lead it and you take off on us. So anyways, it's a good time, and we're going to have Bloody Mary specials, and Andy's setting up some other stuff. Andy Lago, he's
Yes.
our activities director.
And then on May 6th, which is the following Sunday, if you want to ride your bike down to Springfield again, is the
Oh, that the motorcycle.
awareness run,
yeah.
the motorcycle awareness run to the state capitol. You meet at the A.B.A.T.E building out on Dirksen Parkway, and it's an escorted ride. Unlike the Chicago one, where we're not escorted, we're followed. But
Yeah.
it's an escorted ride by the Springfield Police Department. They block off all the streets, and you come to the capitol and get to talk to people.
That's a good time, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when they'll be awarding their vest. So, did Donnie ever get a vest that
No.
you know of?
No.
But he was I know he put in.
The thing is, with Senator Trotter, and I love the man to death, because he explained it to us one time, where he's a true believer that a helmet saved his life.
You mean the
he
helmet
had-
that's in his
The
office?
helmet that was in his office, because
Oh,
he ain't got
okay,
an
yes,
office
okay.
anymore. And he had a couple of fingers on his hand that was scraped up, and he believed that that was the only thing that saved his life was that helmet. So, and that was why he introduced helmet bills. Fortunately for us, we defeated him every time. And I actually got him to admit it, but he
Oh, yeah.
was the fact
Yes,
that
yes,
he said
yes.
every time he wore a helmet, or every time he rode his bike, he wore a helmet. And I got him to admit it, that there was a time he went out, the bike was parked out in front, and he went to the garage, and he didn't wear a helmet.
Yeah,
said,
but-
see,
Don't you remember the big insurance scam? Where
Oh,
all the
yes.
sport bike riders, oh, let us wear helmets, let a helmet law go through because then our insurance will go down. So we all put in witness slips. We were all down in Springfield that
Yes.
day. And don't tell me wrap up. Look at this.
yeah.
Oh, I see. It's chocolate guy.
So anyway, yes.
Let's tell this one because this is good.
So he was testifying, and we actually got to one of the, I believe it was a senator or representative on the Transportation Committee, to ask him the question of, will our insurance go down if you put in a helmet law? And his comment was, insurance, I'm paraphrasing because I can't use certain words, but
Now this is in open chamber.
heck, yeah.
You know, there's
Heck
witnesses.
No, insurance never goes down.
No, insurance will never go down. He said it.
Yes.
Right then and there, we had our man Kevin run, and he updated the website, and we had information out before the state had it out.
So,
But Oscar wants us to wrap up, so,
Yeah.
you know, Omari wants to go
so I'm
home.
Dan Harper. I want to go home too. So.
From all of us here at A.B.A.T.E, come to the meeting on the 18th. Hit the